Hello, and welcome to the Casino Tears podcast. I'm one of your hosts, 10 Ton is number one, and joining me as my co-host is the one and only Ed Robinson from Roll to Win Craps. If you want more info on our show, please visit our page at casinotears.com. On this week's show, we discuss Dice Coach Dials In, steep regressions, betting your edges. We also touch on BSR, SRR, press moves, parlays, getting banned, chicken livers, and Ed tells me to shut up. Hey everyone, this is 10 Ton with a quick note about today's show. We're back with part 2 of our very popular Dice Coach Dials In series, where Roll to Win and Dice Coach take questions from Patreon, Facebook, emails, and texts. Thanks again to all of our Patreon members. We appreciate you very, very much. Hope everyone had a great Halloween and enjoy this week's show. Bo and I had a conversation about this. I feel like people that incorporate a steep regression across betting system or play, I feel like these people, there's a cognitive dissonance for me in the fact that they're talking about dice influence or dice control or anything like that. Because that kind of system, that steep regression, it comes with the given of I'm taking these bets down in 2 rolls or 2 box hits or whatever. But either way, you're betting big across, taking those bets down so quickly. What's it matter? How can you even say in the same breath that you are a dice influencer or practice that? Because those two things are incongruent in my head. You might as well be a random roller and just give the dice to drunk birthday girl if you're going to play that way. Those things, to me, don't make sense. I'm practicing to be a dice influencer, yet I'm using it with a steep regression strategy. What's it matter? The average roll right there is what? Let's say it's 4, 6, whatever. Give the dice to someone else. Why are you even practicing? I feel like that. And I'll be done with this long-winded thing. That's like taking a shotgun to the archery contest. Or I'm going to putt on a green and I'm going to use a 3-foot wide hole to putt into. That's what I feel like those strategies are. Why are you even a dice influencer? Why are you even worrying about setting the dice? If you play the game like that, there's no artistry, no anything. Give the dice to a random roller. Okay, I'm done. Makes no sense to me. I'm done.
Are you ready for me to comment?
Go ahead. I think you're going to agree with me.
No, I'm not.
Oh, really? Ed, I feel like you would. You're betting across like that. Why bother?
Why would I? It's bad content. It's bad content for me to agree with you, dude. No, I do. I'm just going to give you an example. I know a guy. You know who? You know him.
You know
too.
lots of guys that do this. Well, I know guys that do this, and I just feel like
you didn't let me finish.
All
Shut
right,
your
ahead.
freaking
Go
trap.
ahead.
You
All
said
right,
you were
go
freaking
ahead.
done.
All
Shut
right,
up.
I'm done. I'm done. All right, I'm done.
Oh God,
I'm done.
Shut your mouth, 10 Ton. You said you were
done.
done.
I'm done.
I said, I know a guy, and you know the same guy. And his regression is not on hits, it's on tosses. So he will start at 640. Next toss is a 12, he regresses. Next toss is a 3, he's still regressing, right? Then the next hit is maybe a number, he's still regressing down to where he wants to go, whether it's 110 inside, 220 inside, or whatever, 96 across, whatever his base level is.
Okay.
Every toss, he's got a regression built in. Now, that drives the dealers nuts. I understand that. He's very, very, very positive for the year.
Okay.
Very positive for the year.
Okay.
Now,
that's a different kind of regression that he's talking about.
That's not the normal regression, right? So those dumbasses that sit out there and wait for 2 hits or 3 hits, they end up getting killed on that PSO. Now, my friend that you also know, he gets hit with PSOs too, but he still goes back when he's doing it on himself or other known qualified shooters. He doesn't do this on randoms.
Why not? Why not? That's what I'm saying. And the point is, why not, Ed? You can do with any random. This is good for 4 rolls. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't matter. Who cares? That's the whole thing I'm saying. Why bother even calling yourself?
I thought you were done.
All right,
I thought you were going to shut your
I can't
fucking
help
trap.
it. I'm gonna mute myself because it gets me a little like, I don't know. It's like,
why would you? Who in the hell would go 640 across on a damn random? Not anybody with any common sense.
A random is good for what? What's a random good for? Few rolls.
You don't know. You do not know what they're good for.
They're just as good as anyone else. right? Random roller is what they're good for. They're good for something, a few tosses for sure, right?
No.
I don't know. I'm disagreeing, but okay.
I told you I was not agreeing with you.
I see it. Bump John does this stuff too. You go cross big with regressions. What's the point? Hand the dice over to someone else, the guy fucking chucking him up against the back and throw him. He's good for a couple rolls on average, just like everyone else. What's the point if he's been practicing forever a certain set? Sorry. I think if you're going to start doing that, it's more impressive for me. Hey, after the 8th roll, after roll number 8 or 9 or 10, now I'm going to start my regressions because I'm a dice influencer.
Can you shut your freaking trap for a minute?
Okay, all right.
I've known lots of guys in the past. They know what their SRR is. Their SRR is 7.5. They go to 6. They haven't rolled a 7. They'll turn it off until they get to the 8th roll because they know their SRR.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So that's not a regression, but that's turning your bets off at a time when you're knocking on DIs there for a second. So
I'm going to keep knocking on DIs right now with regressing within 4 rolls, Ed.
10 ton. There's 1,000 people out there times a gazillion that think they're DIs and they're not.
I know.
Just because you set the dice, don't mean you're a DI.
That's true. I'm agreeing with you 1,000% on that.
All right. So there's a lot of people that set the dice and then they pick them up and shake them. Why did they take the time to set the dice for?
I don't know.
I see it all the time. Why do they do that shit?
Yep.
Or the pretty girl blows on them.
Only then do you bet on them if a pretty girl blows on them. And she's got to blow hard was your explanation.
Oh, my God.
But if you're...
See where this went 10 times?
Yeah, but if you're regressing within 4 rolls, what's it matter? That's what I'm saying. What's dice influence even matter? Because a random roller is good for a couple. A few. If you're going to start your regressions.
What's the average hand? What's the average hand, 10 ton?
I think the average hand is 6, isn't it?
No.
What is it?
8.
Okay, well, even better. You hand the dice to random whoever. Here you go. And
no, you're talking about everybody. You're talking about everybody. All right, so you're going to have some 2s. You're going to have some 1s. You're going to have some 3s. And you're going to have some 16s and 18s in there.
Yeah.
Right?
And then some 72s.
Well, then you throw in a 72, and then, as Dice Coach would say, the table is now old 7s.
Exactly.
Right.
But what do you think of that, dude?
Well, look at 10 ton. Look at, if you're going to do that, look at the table first and see what's happening. What's the average roll in the table? There's a lot of PSOs, really short rolls, 2 or 3 rolls. Why in God's name would you put up anything? Just temper the table, see how it goes.
Ed, I don't bet like that. And I know you don't bet like that.
I didn't say I or you bet like that. Right. All right. So look, you can.
That's why I thought you'd agree with me, but you didn't, because you don't bet like that. You don't just bet across and then start.
Not on
knuckleheads.
Not on yourself either, though, Ed. You don't do that.
No, I bet my primary numbers.
Exactly, because you're a shooter.
I look for my numbers, and if I don't hit and then it goes back to what I've always said: am I hitting what I expect, or am I hitting something different? I need to adjust my betting if I'm hitting something different.
You just answered a lot of questions that people asked tonight, right there. That's the key. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to bet across all this money and then you only need like 2 hits, who gives a fuck? Hand the dice to someone else.
Let me ask you a question, 10 ton. Can you throw an inside number, 5, 6, 8, 9 in one roll 90% of the time?
I don't know. I don't think I can. Maybe I know, but I would have a set that I know that I could throw inside numbers with, but I don't know.
No, but can you do it? Can you do it in one roll after you set the point 90% of the time, 80% of the time? I
don't know. I'm going to take a look at what I do.
Try it and see.
At ladies' night.
If you can do that,
try it.
If you can do that, then with your betting style, bet 500 inside, one roll, one hit, reduced to 110, and you've got profit and betting on casino.
2,200 inside?
Do what?
You said you're talking about 2,200 inside?
No, I said 500 inside.
Okay, well, why don't you just go 2,200 inside then?
Well, I mean, because you can PSO every once in a while.
Exactly.
There is that 10% chance, right?
That's
I'm
right.
asking him, or 20%. Can he do it 80% or 90% of the time? If you can do one roll and hit an inside number, regardless of the point, 500 inside, reduced to 110, you're in profit, not much, but 110 is out there, and that's money you didn't bring to the table.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna actually now have that in my brain at ladies' night. What tonight?
Don't go out there and do 500 on just because I said it.
And
but
check it
that's
out. No, I
that's
wanna
just a factual. That's just a factual number.
just-
if you can do
I-
it, if you can do it one time and reduce to 110, you got no exposure.
I don't know,
But
Ed. You know what?
But you got 500 exposure on the first roll.
I don't know, man. I feel like betting across like that takes the artistry out of the game. It's just like,
I said inside, dude.
yeah, I know, but
I
just
didn't say across.
well, I'm just saying the betting across is where we started. I feel like that removes the artistry of the game, and I'm an artiste. Ed, I am an artiste.
I could tell by that goatee.
Mudslide Mac has a little one going on. He can be an artiste too. But that's what I'm saying, man. I feel like that's just like that betting. I hate that betting style. I work up to that betting style. I don't start like that, you know? It's a little.
I think it's better to start somewhere. You know me, I don't regress, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm known as the non-regression player.
But you're not a big across player to start out.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. So I'm cautious, and then I want to build up.
I agree with both of you guys.
Politically correct Bo has come into the mainstream.
No, the thing is, you wouldn't want to just arbitrarily go across on all the numbers. That's crazy and steep regression. It's like I said before, that's going to bite you in the ass. Grow with the game. Don't force the game.
I like that. Grow with the game.
You got to grow with the game. So like if you're betting one or two numbers that you know you can hit, if you're hitting them and then you start hitting the other ones, you just kind of place them as you go, like kind of doing a come bet without doing a come bet. Hit them, collect them, press them, boom, 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 back and forth. There you go. Next thing you know, you got a 72 roll hand. Look what you got.
Man, yeah.
Boom.
Bo, you ever been in a situation where like you're betting the dark side primarily on other people?
Mm-hmm.
And it's working pretty good. You know, you're making you're grinding away. And then all of a sudden you've got 3 don't comes out there or 2 don't comes out there, and you put odds on them, you know, and you got your don't pass. And all of a sudden roll 6 comes in. You hadn't been knocked off anything yet. And all of a sudden roll 6 comes and there's no 7. And you're like, and you just know mentally they're fixing to knock your ass off. Have you ever been in that
First
situation?
of all, no, I don't do it that way because I do lay bets. I'll lay just the point.
Yeah, and that's smart. I give you that. That's very smart.
I'll just lay the point, starting at whatever. I'd like to make $100. So I'd lay the 6 or 8 for 120, 150 to 5 or 9 or 200 on the 4 or 10. That'll net you 95 friggin' dollars. But you get a roll going here, I may take my lay bet down to have done that.
Yeah.
But I like to see when I do lay bets, I'd like to see crap numbers. So I remember one night it was at the Aria 10 ton. I had a $300 lay on the 9. The point was a 9. Random shooter hits midnight. I raised it to 600. Throws another crap number. I raised it to 900 on the lay. And the dealer goes, "You getting nervous?" And I go, "No, because he's going to roll a 7. Watch." A couple rolls later, there's the 7. Boom. Now what are you going to do? You're going to pay me and I'm out of here. God, see ya.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the exposure on the don't come of the 22.22% for the 7-Eleven.
I do agree with you now. I totally agree with you.
I'll eat the 5% of the win on the lay bet.
Yep.
So there you go.
That's the lay bet is better than the exposure on the 7 and 11 on the DC or the DP. I agree.
Exactly. Or like the PSO. If you're going to lay a number, if you're going to lay the point, don't wait a roll. Do it right away. Because a lot of people go a DC on the second roll and there's the 7. What's the point? There you go.
That's a wash. You did nothing.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you lay and you win. I'm a big lay better.
Here's another question. You ready?
Yep.
From Mark Foster. I don't know who this is, Ed. I feel like you know who Mark Foster is.
3-putt.
Oh, Judge
3-putt.
Ah, see? All right. Shouldn't I be
He's coming in January, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Shouldn't I be more concerned about my BRR and not SRR since that's what we get paid on?
BRR is great. If you got a good BRR, that's wonderful.
Well, I call it BSR, box to sevens ratio versus SRR. But let me say this.
Okay.
If you're, on average, your BSR is about 1.5 to 2 points less than your SRR. So what is your SRR? If your SRR is 5, your BSR then is 3 to 3.5, and you better get the hell out of there quick. I mean, you better get off the table quick after that third roll. I mean, you better be down, right? So if your BSR is 8 and your SRR is 10, those are all big numbers. You got a little leeway to play with then. So I prefer SRR over BSR because you're going to have on a real table, not your practice rig. You're going to have all your sets and all that stuff on your practice rig, and then you go to a real table, and all of a sudden your 6/8 sets throwing horns. Well, maybe that's a signal to change to your horn set and see if those 6 and 8s come into play. Right. So you've got to figure out how to manipulate and play what's happening versus what you did on your home rig. Your home rig is what you're doing in the laboratory.
Yeah.
Then you got to take the laboratory out and you got to do session 1, session 2, session 3. And then, okay, now I know where I'm at. So that's what you got to do, in my
And
opinion.
your SRR on a crapless crap would work out really well because you got all those numbers.
Yeah. Who cares? Right.
Right.
Listen, this is the last one from Facebook. This one comes from James A., who was just out here. Love James A.
Nice guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He was standing next to him.
He's bumming out right now because the Vikings played like absolute dog shit and got their ass beat, which is what I've been peeking at this whole time. Absolutely disgusting.
What are they playing right now?
37-10. They just lost to the Chargers.
They were down 14-0 in the first quarter.
Joke, man. These guys are not a professional. These guys aren't a professional. These guys aren't shooters. These guys are jokes.
Chargers are favored by 3.
Should have been favored by 30. God. All right, James A., he says, Dice Coach, does he have a long story about he or any of his crew? I like it, Bo, your crew being banned from shooting.
Well, we've been kicked out of a few casinos.
Have you been banned?
Well, let's see.
We've had that covered. Yeah.
We've had this covered before.
Just list the casinos.
Okay, well, there's various reasons too. The one, the Treasure Island, was because that's when Soft Touch was with me.
Yep.
And we had the 2 guys from New York. I told that story. We took like 150,000 or something off the table. That was okay. But then I went back and I had some really long rolls. About a month later on a Saturday night, I made 17,000, but I did that 3 Saturday nights in a row. And they said, okay, you're done. We don't want your business. So I had like 1,000 coming in comps. I had some students with me. I said, let's go eat steaks and order wine because I'm going to lose all these. Anything over that, you're on the hook for it. So we ate it up. Like that's sure I can't go back there. Suncoast is a different story. The Orleans, I can't play there because they said I had a back wall issue. I don't know what the issue was. I said the back wall. I was shooting from the end.
Not just a back issue, a back wall issue.
Back wall issue. They said, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Wynn Casino, problem is over there. A lot of those dealers, when they opened that up, came from Treasure Island.
Mm.
So I was screwed before I even got started. And then Tuscany, that was a joke.
Oh, Tuscany. Dude, Tuscany doesn't even have a table anymore.
I know. That was way back when.
Yeah.
So, but for the most part, I mean, any Caesars or MGM, they don't, there's no problem. Or even station casinos, there's no problem.
Ed, you're not banned from many places. No, I don't see you.
No, I'm
banned.
such a
Ed's
polite
chill
guy. I
player.
don't ever get banned.
I know, man.
No, they just fire his host. They fire.
I lose a host every now and then I've gotten heat, and I've been told I couldn't set the dice anymore, but I've never been banned because I didn't. A lot of the bans come from you running your mouth or being threatening or threatening to kick somebody's ass. That works for the casino. You can't do that.
You don't do that.
Can I bring up something? Okay, because Bo, sorry, you're old enough to know this because you go back to the OGs. So I took the GTC class.
I know.
I just want to clarify something, okay? Because the dice history, and I got to talk to Heavy about this. It's so murky, the legends and the lore and the stories. You don't know what's real. So, was Dom? Is he really kicked out? The thing on A&E. Were these guys kicked out because they actually won so much money or they sort of conveniently letting everyone believe that they're banned because they're so dangerous as shooters and took a lot of money off versus maybe they were like assholes.
Oh, I'll tell you a story. Let's see, what was it at the Bellagio? You have the thing right. I think it was Bellagio. The GTC players are Dom, Frank, Jerry Stick, a bunch of the boys. They all goes way back when, right? If a random shooter would come up to the table, they'd say, oh, no, you can't come here because this is a private table. And it wasn't a private table. It wasn't reserved. And they were shooing away customers. And that's what got them pissed off. And that's why they said, you're out of here. Because I remember one time I went over I saw Frank and Dom there. I went up to him. I said, listen, I got a high roll over here table. We got an empty table. He just bought in for 40,000. I need some help. Will you guys come over and shoot?
Damn, nice.
They colored up and they left the casino. They didn't even show up over there. So there you go. That's all I know. So it wasn't because they want all that money. They were shooing away customers.
It's because they're assholes.
You know, it's crazy.
Do you know any craps players that have been banned because they've taken off so much money from the casino?
Let's see.
And do they exist? Do some of these exist? I'm sure they do.
It's in the news tonight. You know, a bunch of guys are getting hauled off to jail because they were cheating.
Well, no, not cheating, though. You know what I mean? Like, you are too good.
All right, look, I don't know of anybody that's been banned because they were shooting good and won money. I know lots of people who have been run out for the night or had the dice taken away from them and told to leave the casino today because they were jerks, right? And there's a difference.
Absolutely.
There's a huge difference because most of the jerks are not that good anyway.
All they do is create chaos.
Yep. But I don't know anybody who's been banned personally. I don't know anybody that's been banned.
I can't think of any
because they either won too much money or they were just too good of a shot.
That's on my bucket list officially now.
What? You get banned because you're too good?
Yeah.
Which casino do you want to get banned at?
I don't know, man. Maybe I should go with the, Ed,
the Durango tonight.
I stopped by Ellis Island and their table limit was
I got banned from I get banned from a casino that's got a $5 table. That's a big deal.
Man, hey man, I'm growing with the game. I'm gonna grow with the bands. I gotta start small where the table maxes are small. Let me get banned from Ellis Island first, then I'll move up to Fremont.
No, go to Rio. That's $3 game. Start at the real bottom.
Yeah, go to Rio.
$3 game.
$3 game.
I'll put that on my bucket list. All right.
And the $3 game runs from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m.
There you go.
That would be epic, though. You go to a casino and they're like, "Oh man,"
Well, they said a $3 game. You can go $18 across. You got everything covered, baby.
That's exciting. Okay, listen.
Isn't that fun? Now the difference is. Here's where they're gonna hook everybody in. Do they have bonus bets at the Rio?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I haven't been to the Rio in so long.
Yeah, I mean, if they do, then that's a bargain. If you can find space at the table, you can bet $18 across plus 555, and just sit there and see what happens, and eventually you might make some money. That's what all the $3 bettors are trying to do is catch lightning in a bottle.
Exactly.
All right, listen. Before we get to some more things, if Bo can still stay with us, because might as well. But Ed,
I was texting. Ed was texting me at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, nice, man.
Right, Ed?
Well, I mean,
you were answering. That was.
And I was answering. I was up.
Like, holy shit, he's up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock. It was 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Ed, 3MG time for October.
What's the deal, Dan?
It's October. Let's do it. 3MG for October. Bo, we're giving away something. I'm not sure what it is. Probably be a pair of dice because I just ordered a ton more of dice.
As you said last night, you got it ordered.
Big order.
Well, I've been advertising your dice on my website. You know that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's
my dice sales have decreased since you're selling because I'm advertising your dice on my website. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, so Bo, I'm going to throw the dice.
How many dice are you going to throw?
I got 2 right here.
Okay. Are they Casino Tears dice?
Absolutely.
Or DiceCoach.com dice?
And they're frosted.
Okay, I like frosted dice.
I love frosted dice. They don't stick to your fingers.
Good. I know.
I got Dice Coach dice somewhere over here on my table.
Yes, I will use Casino Tears dice.
You know what I just ordered? Green. I ordered single pairs, 2 individually wrapped frosted shamrock green dice.
So Did you really?
Yeah, so cool. That's so cool. 25 of them. They'll be such nice gifts. Okay.
All right. So, Bo, I'm going to throw the dice. You're going to multiply whatever my number is times 4, and then we're going to subtract 2. And that's going to be the winner. You ready?
Okay. Throw the dice.
All right. So I got a 5, 4, 9 down there.
36 minus 2. 34.
Okay. Let's see. 34. Oh, dude. Awesome. Guess who won? 34.
Who?
Hey, everyone, this is 10 Ton. And don't you hate it when we end the show like that? Right when you're getting into it, you're invested in the convo, and then bam, out of nowhere, we just leave you hanging. If you're on our Patreon page, though, you get the full episode along with some show notes. Hope to see you there. And of course, new episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. Let me repeat that. New episodes drop weekly every Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed this podcast and will tell all of your fellow craps playing friends about it. Please follow Casino Tears on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. If you like the show, please rate it 5 stars and leave a review. The best and most fun way to contact us would be to call and leave a message on our official Casino Tears vent line, 229-NO7. You can also email us at no7@casinotears.com. And lastly, to help support this podcast, you can visit our Patreon at patreon.com/casinotears. On behalf of Roll to Win Craps from Alabama and 10 Ton is #1 from Las Vegas, thanks for listening.